And it's a heavy realization to know that I actually have the power to destroy my own life. There are no right or wrong choices. There are simply consequences to our actions. A lot of times I get this serious analysis paralysis just thinking about the right thing to do, the right thing to say. And a lot of times human connection has been really hard for me because I just wasn't feeling like I was doing it right. And as a woman who prioritizes being child-free, I get a lot of different reactions like, you're gonna change your mind. You're gonna change your mind. Or I get this pity-filled look of kind of disgust and confusion. And it really just had me thinking, how many people are out here with kids simply because they thought it was the right thing to do, right? It was the right next step into adulthood. Like, how many people have gotten into soul-sucking careers, married this person, dated that person, ate this, went there, did that, did this, all because it was deemed the right thing to do. And I just never wanted to be that person. I never wanted to be a statistic. When I'm 107 and still fine as ever, and looking back on my life, I don't want to see another person's life. I don't want to have listened so intently to the opinions of other people that I never knew the sound of my own voice. I refuse to be a statistic. Every time I get stuck in this endless paralysis of weighing my options, my mom has always told me to just make a move. You're never going to know 100% about the business or the industry you're trying to get into. You're never going to feel 100% confident in everything right before you do it. But that still doesn't mean that you shouldn't start. There's even a Bible verse about this that says, a person who waits for perfect weather will never plant his seeds. One of my favorite quotes of all time is from Pastor Jerry Flowers, and he said, when we're born, we look like our parents. But when we die, we look like our choices. It's really easy for a lot of us to point the finger at other people and say they're the reason why we're not happy. You're the reason why I'm like this. You're the reason why I can't do this. You're the reason why this sucks. You're the reason why I'm not happy. It's a heavy realization to know that we are actually our number one time wasters. We're actually our biggest ops. Not that job, not that man, but us. A lot of our problems started with us. Because at some point, it stops being our daddy's fault. At some point, it stops being our mama's fault. At some point, it stops being that girl's fault across the street who wouldn't go out with you, or that boy's fault who didn't like you in middle school. It stops being their fault, and it starts being our responsibility about what we're going to do about it. We have the power to change our lives. And if we are unhappy, we are probably living in the consequence of a choice that we made. Because we've had the power to destroy our lives up until this point. And that's why we're unhappy. And it's a heavy realization, but it's also so freeing and it's so powerful because that means if we have the power to destroy our lives, we have the power to build a life that we love, that we enjoy, that's soaked in this syrup of fulfillment. So what's really helped me is that I stopped looking at life as right or wrong. I stopped looking at life as this black and white scheme of this is what I should do and this is what I shouldn't do. I started looking at life as a culmination of consequences from my choices. When we think about the consequence, we're thinking about the future impact of this choice. So if we start thinking about what consequence do I want in the future, we can start making more informed choices in the present about what to do. We have to stop looking externally for our approval, for validation, for acceptance, for direction on what to do. Because we know the world, culture, people's opinions can just change like that. And if your values and your principles are based off of the world, off of culture, you will always just be floating around. You will never be anchored in anything. And life will always feel like it's happening to you versus happening for you. You will always feel like a victim of your circumstances. And I just want you to remember that we all have the power to change our lives. We just have to start thinking of the truest, most beautiful story we can tell ourselves about our lives and run to that. Not right, not wrong, but what consequence do I want? And what choice can I make right now to get me closer to that reality? If you like this video or just help you see things a little differently, then please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And if you know somebody who could use just a little encouragement, please share this video with them. I would love for us to start a dialogue in the comment section, and I just want to see how God is going to work magic and miracles in your lives in the next following weeks. So I would love to stay abreast about what's happening with y'all, and I will see you in the next video.